YouTube. We're just getting some people in on Zoom. Welcome to our Tuesday morning breathwork class. Today we'll be continuing our work on our flow movements and also a little bit more of our stretching. So why is there nobody on Zoom? There is no one on Zoom at the minute, so bear with me. I hope I am in the right place. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Let's have a look at this. Yes, that should be okay. All right, let's find your comfortable space. Finding your comfortable space. And let's just start off with a little bit of shaking to start this morning. So just with the feet connected to the ground, a little bit of bend in the knees, let the shoulders relax, and the lips slightly together. You're just breathing easily in and out through the nose. And then if it feels comfortable for you, just tapping the heels into the ground. So just create that little bit more vibration through the bones, through the muscles and the ligaments and the tendons. And we can have a little bit of a sigh out, so you can have slightly fuller breath in. And just let go, just a little bit of cleansing and clearing. You can bring the wrists and the arms into it. And let's have another breath in. Breath in. And slowing down now, just slowing down. Just halving the speed, just nice and slow, still letting the shoulders relax. And then coming to a stop. And just taking a moment, bringing your feet about hip width apart, balancing. And just feeling the tingling sensations through the body, getting the blood flowing, energy flowing. Letting the breath settle. Stepping the feet out. Softness in the knees, a little bit of bend in the knees. Let's go into knocking. So rotating from the hips and the waist. Lengthening up the spine, relaxing the shoulders. Just tapping across the belly. And the back hand is just tapping on the back. Breathing easy in and out through the nose. Physically working that rotation through the spine. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the upper back, relaxing between the shoulder blades. Keeping lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head. And then the front arm we'll just bring to a light fist and just tapping on that lung point. So it's just below the collarbone. Just lightly on the chest. If this feels comfortable for you, If it doesn't, you can just keep knocking across the belly. The back hand is still tapping on the back, on the lower back. Arms are just swinging with the momentum. Very little effort in the arm movement. It's literally just going with the momentum. Arms swinging across the front now into a light cup, and just get that nice big shoulder muscle. Often where we hold a lot of tightness in the shoulders and the neck muscles. And then coming back down to chest, lung point. And back and belly. And now just slowing this down. Slowing it down into water waves. So you can feel the air as it runs through your fingers. That little bit of resistance. As you run your hands in front and behind the body, still lifting tall through the spine. And slowing down. And just taking a moment again just to balance and feel the spine nice and long and strong, but without being rigid. Let's do some flexion and extension. So spinal cord breathing, but as we bring the elbows back and lift the chest up, I just want you to elongate the neck. So it's just, rather than looking up here, extend and lift the sternum here. Slight tilt in the pelvis there. Make sure that you're not compressing this lower back. So if we don't lift here, if we just compress the lower back, we can get that little bit of tightness in the lower back. So you lift and extend the spine here, but lengthen the neck. So we're not tucking the chin as such, we're just lengthening the neck here. And then as we curl up, we tuck the pelvis under, tuck the tailbone underneath, so you can squeeze the glute muscles, squeeze your bum muscles, and then you can tuck the chin a little bit. So we extend the spine and lengthen the neck, and then we flex the spine, so we round the spine. Extend the neck, flex. So here you can tuck the chin a little bit more, lengthen out here. Get that movement going. Keep the knees a little bit more bent, so we're just using the pelvis, tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards rather than standing up as we expand. This is quite common that you stand up as you expand. We don't want to be standing up here. We want to be tilting the pelvis. Few more movements going. Get into the flow of the movement. And then we'll go breathing in, breath in. Breath out. All in and out through the nose. Just light breathing. It's not pulling more air in than we need. So just let that breath flow in naturally. And flow out naturally. Really getting this spine mobilized, energized. Remember, these movements that we're doing this morning, you can do any time of the day. You don't have to spend as long doing them. You can get up from a chair if you're sitting a lot. Just do a few of these, just do a couple of these. Don't just do them in the morning thinking this is your exercise time and then forget about them for the rest of the day. Just pop a few in as you work through the day. Breath in, breath out. Couple more. Extending, expanding, and softening. Taking a rest. Balancing again. Shaking out if you need to shake out a little bit. And just seeing how that feels after we've now done that flexion, that extension and flexion. Do lateral flexion, so side to side movement. Dog wags the tail. Let's go a little bit wider than sometimes we do on this. So go about shoulder and a bit width apart for dog wags the tail. Shifting side to side, and then the spine following. So hips lead, spine follows, and then the head is the last thing to follow as well. Just breathing naturally, easily in and out through the nose for this one. And now we're going to come down a little bit. So just a slight tilt forwards. You can just rest on your thighs. So I'm not putting loads of weight through my thighs. I'm just resting on my thighs. And I'm just looking down on the floor. Watch that the head is not hanging down. So still keep that nice long spine. But hips lead. So you're moving your body like a river. Good, and then slow it down. Take your time just to come back up to standing. No rush to come to standing. Balance again. It's always nice just to take that moment in between some of the movements that we do, just to check out your balance, see how you're feeling. Spine should feel a little bit more freer now. Shoulders should feel a little bit more freer. So standing tall, a nice, strong back spine, but a soft front spine. And step out. One more little stretch before we move into our flow movements. So we'll do picking cherries. So you're reaching up. So it's imagining as if you're picking a cherry off a tree there. So I want you to feel that extension and that expansion and that stretch here through the side of the ribs. The lower body stays nice and stable, nice and stable. Feel the ribs expand here, the rib cage expand, and feel that elasticity through the ribs. Watch that you're not hiking the shoulders up towards your ears. So you're just reaching gently to pick a cherry. Remember, with all of these movements, with these stretches, that we're not forcing ourselves. So if we're like straining to pick a cherry, that's not what we want to get to. We want to be just breathing lightly and easily. Reaching up. Just side to side. In your own rhythm. Feet connected to the ground. So really feel that connection to the ground. That helps you reach up. Couple more. And then take a rest. You should feel about 6 foot tall now, or 7 foot tall if you are 6 foot tall. Balance. Let's go into a flow movement. I'll show you the movement first, and then we'll focus a little bit more on the breath. I'll show you from the side, but keep watching from the front. Imagine you've got a ball just holding in front of you here. So you've got a ball, soft ball, just between the hands here. And you bring that ball upwards. And then you reach it slightly forwards, not too far forwards. And then bring it down. So you're creating a circular motion. Coming up. And then down. So you're just reaching out a little bit more in front, not stretching, I'm not overreaching. A little bit more in front as you come down the front of the body. Shoulders are relaxed. Fingers are relaxed. Just get that movement going. And now once you've got your own comfortable rhythm and the movement going, bring your awareness to the breath. It's light, it's in and out through the nose. And you're breathing in. And you're breathing out. Breathing in. And out. Now just settle into your own comfortable pace. You don't necessarily need to follow me. And the breath should be light, it should be easy, it should be pretty natural. And if it feels comfortable, just resting the tip of the tongue lightly on the roof of the mouth. Breath in and breath out. Let's do a couple more. Shoulders relaxed. And take a rest there. We'll go over that again, this time just bringing a little bit more focus on the breath. And what I want you to visualize, again I'll show you from the side, is as you are breathing in, as that breath is coming in, you're lengthening the spine. So you're coming up the spine and almost like get that spine wave that a smaller version of the spinal cord breathing. So that spine lengthens up. So you're breathing up the back of the body, up the back of the spine, and then as you breathe out, that rib cage softens and you breathe down the front of the body. So it's an energizing, uplifting breath in, and then a soft, softening and relaxing breath out. So you're creating a circular motion around the body, and you're creating a circular motion with the breath, breathing in up at the back of the body, all the way to the crown, and then breathing out, down towards the base, towards the pelvic floor. So get that circular idea of breath going. But again, remembering that you're just breathing light and effortlessly. It's not a forced breath, it's not a forced movement. Let's have a little explore of that. So shoulder width apart with the feet, a little bit of softness in the knee, holding that chi ball in front of you. And as you're breathing in, you're extending the spine. And then softening. Breath in, energizing and uplifting the spine. Breath out, softening. Softening the ribs, softening the front of the body. Let's do one more. Good, and then take a rest. Shake out a little bit if you need to shake out. And now we'll do something that's a little bit contrasting to that with the breath. We'll do a breath of fire. So this is a little bit more of an active breath to really fire up the energy within the body and use the diaphragm, so really get the diaphragm activated. So with this, it's a more of a stress breath on the body in a good way, a hormetic stress on the body. So if you are pregnant, please do not do this exercise. If you have high blood pressure, if you've got any cardiovascular issues, or if it just doesn't feel good for you today, then just avoid this exercise. You can just do the position, the water buffalo position that we're doing, and the pulling down the heavens that we do afterwards, but just breathe easy in that position. So you're still going to get loads of benefits from that. So we get into a water buffalo position. So start off with just by resting the hands on the thighs. I'm not overloading the thighs with the weight of my upper body, but I'm just resting. I'm keeping that nice long spine here, not rounding the back at all. If that feels comfortable, we can stay in this position. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can just take the arms off the thighs and just hang the arms down. Keep the sternum, keep that chest facing forwards. So we can stay in this position. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more without overstraining, you can lower down a little bit more into this position. And then we're just going to use the diaphragm to breathe in with the nostril through the nose and so we're just pulling that diaphragm, pulling the diaphragm in towards the navel, pulling the belly in towards the navel, which is bringing the diaphragm back up into its resting position. And we'll just do 10 of those breaths. And then when we come out of the 10 breaths, you just slowly, slowly come up. And then we'll do the pulling down the heavens. We'll do 2 rounds of those. We should have a couple of time for 2 rounds of those. Coming into your comfortable water buffalo position, whatever suits you. This one, or a little bit lower. Let's go for about 10 breaths. Really activating the diaphragm, pulling that in towards the spine. And then slowly push through the heels. Come up to standing really slowly. Standing, let the breath settle, and then gently breathing in, breathing out. So really balancing out that stressor, the stress breath, with a relaxation, calming breath. Balancing our yin and yang. So breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Let's do one more round of that. So 10 active exhales, really pulling the belly in, using the diaphragm to push, deliberately push that air out of the body. Find your water buffalo position. It could be this one, could be this one, or you can go a little bit deeper. Breathing into the back as well. So really feel that back nice and wide across the back of the lower ribs. So when you're ready, 10 powerful breaths, 10 active breaths. And then breathe easy, slowly come up to standing, no rush, no rush, no rush. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. You can find your balance there and then pulling down the heavens. Slow, light breath in. And breath out. Bringing the hands across the lower dantian, bringing the feet together, and just giving yourself a moment, if you feel comfortable, just to close your eyes, just allowing your body to rock and sway and spiral as it feels it needs. And then taking a slightly fuller breath in through the nose, and at the top of that in-breath, opening up your eyes, stepping out, giving yourself a little brush down or a little stretch, whatever you feel you need. Down the back of the legs, inside of the legs, on the belly. Perfect, we will finish there. Thank you for your time, thank you for your attention. This coming Friday, we've got a lunch and learn. I'll pop the link underneath this video on YouTube and Facebook. It's Andrew Ritchie. He will be discussing heart rate variability. We've been doing lots of anecdotal research in inverted commas between us and with our clients and things on how grounding, qigong, all the stuff that we're doing can improve your heart rate variability, those hormetic stresses, sauna, cold. He'll be discussing all of that. It's very much open to questions as well on Friday. So it's going to be a really interesting session on Friday. That's 1 p.m. UK time. Andrew and I are also doing the retreat in Loch Long, 17th to 19th of June. We still do have a couple of places left on that. So if anybody does want to join that retreat, we'll be doing trail walking, trail running, qigong each morning, and also outdoor sauna, wood smoke sauna, and cold lock dips. So still space is available for that if you want to join us for that. But before Friday, hopefully I will see you on Thursday. We're going to do a little bit more tiger on Thursday, so a little bit more strength focus then. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you hopefully on Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.